Hello and welcome to this series on how to build a PC. I am Uncle E. Today we're going to go over CPU. What do you need your CPU for? Do you need it for simple business and productivity? Do you need it for gaming? Do you need it for high-intensity workstation stuff? Do you need it for CAD design? What are your necessities? Well, and don't forget about budget, because obviously if you don't have $5,000 to spend on a system, you're not going to spend it all on CPU. Now, here is where we begin. We are going to start with the processors for the desktop specifically. We're not going to go for servers or anything like that. Now, as you see, there are two brands, Intel and AMD. Depending on what you need and want, there's a lot to choose from. I am currently an AMD user. I have also used Intel products. I have no problem with either company per se, but what it comes right down to is this. If you need a business productivity computer to be built, you're going to want something simple, useful, and relatively cheap. Now, I am more familiar with AMD's current product lineup than I am Intel's. But I can say this much, you will need something with an APU, an accelerated processor unit, which is typically known as a built-in GPU or iGPU. Lots of terminology, but essentially it's a graphics processor. It's built onto the processor itself, so you don't have to worry about extra costs like a graphics processing unit or GPU. Now, does AMD do these? Yes. Does Intel do these? Yes. As I said, I am more familiar with AMD's product lineup, but I can show you. Let's see if they've got you listed. Okay, so we're not in the AM5 yet, but you notice these suffixes like X3D, X3D, X, X, X. All of these denote that they are not, on AMD's side, an APU. I'm going to show you right now what does denote. See this G right here? That means it's got an integrated graphics processing unit on the CPU. Now, is it going to be the best money can buy? No. Is it going to get you by? Yes. I would recommend that for your business productivity. Now, on the gaming issue, your gaming is going to be spent mostly on your GPU to get the best that you can purchase, which means you don't need the best in the world for your processor, but you need good enough. As far as it goes, the 7600 for the price, because you're noticing it's a healthy jump to the next level. You know, that's $100. Go from 76 to 77. That's $100. And that is sufficient to get you pretty good gaming. Now, if you want Intel specific analysis, there are two channels, YouTube channels, that I am including. Those are Gamers Nexus and Hardware Unboxed. They do very good graphs, tests, suites, and various other benchmarks that will give you an idea of what you're looking at for competitive benchmarking and ability. Now, if you are a professional looking for a reasonably priced workstation, you are looking at stuff like this, that. You're looking for the 7s and 9s because you're looking for high core counts, you're looking for good processing speed, and that is needed for what you're doing. Now the same goes for the CAD and the financials. The more cores, the higher the speed, the better your returns are going to be. Now again, I am more familiar with the AMD side than the Intel side currently, but I can tell you, if I remember, 12.9, this is the 12th gen, 13th gen, should be a 14, yep, 14. Now see, this is their top of the line stuff right here for their i9s. Their i5s are for gaming, and the i7s are for productivity and workstations type stuff. Now if you want the let's see, do they still have the i3s? Yep, i3, there you go. That's 12th gen. i3s are the business productivity cheaper end of the stuff. Again, benchmarking, you're going to want to read the graph charts for these from these websites. But that is what you're looking at in terms of cost, in terms of what you're looking for a CPU. Again, check the benchmarks, make the choice you need, and it's as simple as that. Have a good one.